Hey everybody, welcome to Desert Sky Mystic. Today we're going to be doing our September 2022 reading for Capricorn. So this is what I like to call our 10-minute tarot series, where we try to keep all of our readings to right about that 10-minute mark, perhaps a little bit less. But the goal is to get you in and get you out with the messages that you are here to receive. And I hope that they come through for you. This is a general reading, so it may not apply to everybody, but if it resonates with you, please like the video. That helps us know which messages do land, and we'll thank you in advance for that. So, Capricorn, let's go on and jump right in and see what the month of September has in store for you. Okay, a lot of good cards here, a lot of cool cards. Let's just start working and see kind of how these all unfold here. Okay, well, let's right out of the gate, we have the star here. The star is really for me is, I mean, it can be a card of hope. I like hope. The it being a card of hope, I like. It feels like a guidance for me though, to a certain degree. That there's guidance and focus almost. It's like you almost have something on your mind. You have this idea, you have this thing that you want. As I kind of just, nibble around on this, it's almost like there's a goal here, that there's this idea that you are trying to manifest, that you are bringing from the heavens down onto earth. And I'm looking at this. And I'm just doing this is intuitively. I know this isn't necessarily if lines up exactly with the card, but it's very interesting because I get the real feeling here that it's like you've got this lassoed, this idea and this thing that you want to manifest, and you're pulling it down from the heavens to the earth. So very interesting kind of energies I'm getting picking up off that card for this one. We do have the Justice card, which is the crossing card. Normally it's here, but just for visual purposes, I kind of pop them up here so we can see everything. I like the Justice card. The Justice card is about balance. It's kind of like an eye for an eye card. Things being fair, and it's almost like you're trying to balance these things out. It's like maybe you've put some effort into something and you don't feel like you've quite got your dues, or you don't quite feel like things have turned out the way that you wanted to, and you're not accepting it. So it's like you had this idea that if I did A, then I will get B. And you did A, but you didn't get B, and that's not okay with you. You're not going to accept that. And so you are doubling down, and you are really bringing into your reality what you think should be happening. So that's the kind of feeling I get between the star card and this justice card, is really taking control of your own destiny as we move forward here. I think that we have the Eight of Wands card here, and the Eight of Wands is it's almost like a timing card. I feel like this is that you are actually have a good control over the pace of this here, that perhaps in the past things are going really slow and you felt like things are out of your hands, but now that you feel like you have a grip on this and you know what you're doing, and you're super focused, that this is coming through for you quicker than it would, because this is to the exclusion of all else. And, you are hyper focused on this, and all your energy is going to whatever this is for you for this month, and which is going to bring this manifestation process into reality a lot quicker. Inner success. I mean, you have success coming in as well. Again, I don't think this is actually played out for you yet. I think that you are probably either just beginning, you've gotten to the point to where you're like, enough is enough, I'm doing this, or you've already kind of started that process. But I think you're at the beginning of stages of this, and you are dragging success. I love how this placement's up here. You have like a sun, and up here there's kind of a star, which sun, of course, is a star. But you're pulling this down, and this is above as well. So you're bringing in your own success here, which is a beautiful thing. I really like how that's played out. We do have the Death and Rebirth card, and this is a card of transformation, and that makes perfect sense with whatever this is. You have something in mind. You were A, and you want to be, or you need to be, or you heading towards being a B. You're no longer an A. And so this is a real transformation type deal. Again, a real control over your own destiny. I love the death and rebirth card because it's just like one door closes, another door opens, and it's a change. And to me, it always feels like it's a change for the better, ultimately. And we're moving kind of from that energy, that change and that rebirth and that regeneration, moving into this Queen of Swords, which is really for me like a success card. It's about owning, almost like being like bossing up for me in this particular reading. So it's like owning up, having control, making decisions, thinking clearly. And you're not doing it in a flashy way. Everything is kind of behind the scenes. It's in your head. You're making steps. You're not bragging about it. No one really knows what you're thinking. And you're playing chess here. Nobody even knows you're playing chess. You're playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers. That's the kind of strategy I feel here, whatever this is. And gosh, I'll be really curious to see, what this is for some of you that this resonates with. I mean, pulling out of here, I mean, we got the Magician here, and I mean, I was just talking about the idea of manifesting, pulling down, these things from the heavens onto the earth. Well, that is the Magician card. You have all the tools. You are the uh, master magician, the person that can manifest, that knows how to create, that has all the tools to do it, that's very good at it. And this is kind of in the area of how you're feeling about things. So you're feeling very confident on this. You're taking action and you're seeing the results. And no matter how subtle they are, you see this and you're making these things happen. And every time you see one more small success that's heading towards the larger goal, you get more energized and more excited. Again, we have the Moon card here, which has popped up for me in a few different readings. The Moon card, once again, there's some different ways to read this card, but for me, this is again that intuition, following your instincts here. I mean, it's really just what you're doing, and it's just a very natural, it's not an intellectual thing. It's I mean, you have your goals, you have your sights, but the minute that you kind of switched gears, it was almost like you're going against the grain. Like, for example, let's just say that you're using your head, just just for an example, you're using your head as you're trying to deal with this and get what you want, and that wasn't working. And you tried every intellectual approach that you could, and it was like you were going upstream. And it wasn't to the point to where you're like, you know what, I'm done. And you put all of your energy into it, and you went more with your heart. That you really captured this forward momentum, and that's what I mean with this intuition. I feel like that there was a moment where that kind of snapped for you, and you're like, this doesn't feel right doing this anymore. So I'm going to take a different approach. I'm going to follow my heart and I'm going to follow my gut. And in the minute you did that and started trusting yourself, the stuff all really started coming together and snapping together for you. I got the Chariot card here. And to me, the Chariot card, just kind of based on what I know on some of the other Chariot cards and the energy I'm getting off of this, is obviously it's moving forward in success. But another thing about the Chariot card is that, in some of the descriptions of this card, it talks about the idea that the person riding this chariot is continually getting knocked off, and then they get right back up and they keep moving forward. And that's what I'm feeling for you in this particular situation. Again, tying to the idea that there was a point in time where you kept trying a certain approach and you were just finally done and had to make a transition. I think you were knocked down multiple times and you got up and kept getting up and kept getting up, and you weren't going to give this up. And you finally just, you found, when you finally let it all go, is when you found the way to actually make this happen, when you started trusting yourself. So again, very powerful card. The interesting thing about this is you have some really great movement and energy here, and some successes coming in your way. What's interesting to me is that we got the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands feels like it's like finishing one leg of the journey type deal, and it's a reason I mean, it's good, and it's just a reason to celebrate. And we should be happy, and we're there, and we get to they're about to rest and they're having a good time, but there's more work to be done. But anything worth having is not going to be easy. The overreaching energy and message that I'm getting out of this is that This is a bigger thing. This isn't a 2 week or 3 week or 4 week thing, but you are going to be successful. You are doing everything and pulling this in, and you're making this happen. You're making all the right moves. You're thinking clearly, making the right decisions. You have all the tools. You're following your intuition. You know how to take a hit and get back up. And we're almost done with this leg of it, and there's going to be more, but this is doesn't matter. This is the important part. There may be a few more legs, but this is the important part because you are going to approach this and have the same energy and the same movement as you are here in this future, whatever this ends up being for you. So I see success, and I see that when this is all said and done, you're going to be extremely happy, confident, motivated, fulfilled. So I think really this is a great month. I think this is where the walls come down and you have some real breakthrough. So I hope that for those of you who are watching that this is the reading for you, because this is a great reading in my opinion. I would love to be here. So yeah, if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like the video. That helps us, like I said before, know which messages are landing and which ones aren't. And then obviously, if you haven't subscribed, stop what you're doing and go hit that button. Thank you. Seriously though, we'd love to have you. It helps us out quite a bit. If you would subscribe, we'd appreciate it. All kidding aside. And then let's see what else I have. I think that's it, Capricorn, for the month of September. So thank you once again for watching, and we will see you next time.